This week on the Dirt Shed Show, we're slightly dejected by the Olympic cross-country course.
Yeah, it was amazing racing, but is that really the best they can do?
Yes, and we'll also be talking about some amazing mountain biking spirit from Jenny Rizved's and, interestingly, Brompton action too.
Yes, plus Shimano's Trail-Born Fund, 10 million quid towards trail building.
Well, maybe the Olympics could give them a call and borrow some of that to make a good course. Let's do it on the Dirt Shed Show! Yes, welcome to this week's Dirt Shed Show with Rich Payne.
Martyn Ashton.
We have
so
got
weird.
a great show for you this week. We're going to get onto all the Olympic stuff that just happened. Very exciting and very not exciting all at once. But first, let's talk about Red Bull Joyride.
Yeah.
David Godziak won it. Amazing run. Just beautiful. Rumpelstiltskin.
Nikolai Rogatkin.
He crashed. He went down. Emil Johansson injured, broken shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the action. It was bloody good.
Bad. So many swizzles and twizzles.
Their
It's literally...
runs now are just, it's almost got a bit, it's a bit like comp trials. It's got too good for any of us to really know
It's
what's
like
going
seeing lots of Seminux. You know, Seminux was that one who was like robotic and amazing, but now they all are, well, they all were.
Yeah, I mean, we shouldn't complain. It was very good.
Oh, God, yeah, there's so many good riders to watch.
Yeah,
it's just annoying.
What have you been watching that could possibly compete with that, Rich?
20-inch Bromptons. Under Kieran Reilly.
It's pretty cool.
Olympic BMX. I mean, look, he just shreds a skate park on a Brompton, which is mind-boggling.
I mean, it is a 20-inch wheel bike, right?
So it folds in half.
Well, yeah, I know, but I mean, he spongied it together, right?
Yeah.
Kinda. I mean,
it's really good.
Has he held it together? I mean, or is it...
But look how long it is. I mean...
It looks so stupid.
Yeah,
but hey, I'm going to call it. It hasn't happened yet. Do you think he's going to get gold at the Olympics?
I think he is.
Yeah?
Let's
hope so.
But I mean, just still...
That Brompton around skate park is actually terrifying. Very interesting to watch.
Yeah.
I want to get to the Olympics.
Let's go.
Because it's all sorts of weird. I mean, we talked about whether downhill should actually be in the Olympics last week.
Yeah.
And this week, the Olympics hasn't got any less on point with what mountain biking is. Before we talk about the exciting racing in the men's, let's address it's a terrible track. Isn't it?
It's
boring.
It's like watching this is going to be a bit controversial, a blue loop at your local trail centre with some couple of big features
I'd say bits of it look like a green loop, but I really like to ride on my bowhead. There was a couple of rock bits that did catch some people out. Luana
some big
Lecomte,
drops and stuff.
In particular,
yeah.
She went down hard. So there was a couple of very small moments of technicality, but we've had such good tracks on the World Cup circuit.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been saying all this year and summer last year how good XC racing's getting.
Yeah, especially off the back of Val di Sole, Crans Montana, even Novia Messo, not known as the most technical, but still produces really good racing. And then
this isn't it, man. This isn't what cross country looks like.
It's tricky.
Oh, I was so. And in the women's race, unfortunately, the brilliance of Pauline Ferrand-Prévot ruined it. She ruined it. You ruined the Olympics, Pauline.
Damn!
Because she literally rode in another race.
Yeah, she obliterated
She
the
won
field.
by 3 minutes. They had finished singing the French national anthem, the crowd, before the next rider came over the line.
And the one lady that was threatening her, Puck Peter, punctured.
Yeah, gutted.
Dropped back. I can't remember what place she dropped back to, but then fought back to fourth.
Yeah,
and you just,
unlucky. I mean, but in the men's, we'd been only complaining before the men started.
But hang on, sorry, I'm over talking you. Talking over you? Congratulations to Luana. Not Luana, no, because she ended up face first on the ground.
Didn't she?
My days, that was a heck of a crash.
Thank God Luana Lecomte's okay, because I was actually really worried.
Yeah.
It looked bad. She was out cold.
Yeah, I'm getting too excited. Congratulations, Pauline Ferrand-Prévot, because that was a display of absolute dominance. That was an incredible ride, so.
Yawn fest. But
harsh.
A brilliant yawn fest, I'll give you that. But the track I thought was, slow. Then the men's race starts. We're like, it's going to be all right. And then the racing was fire.
Yeah, so
madness.
This is it, isn't it? It just goes to show how the racing can completely change the race.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? So, regardless of the track, if it's really close, tight racing, lots of drama in it, it can produce an incredible race. Where, women's race maybe didn't produce that, but in the men's we had punctures, we had like people fading, people accelerating, there was attacks here, there and everywhere, and it just... I mean, in the end, it culminated in quite the manoeuvre. It
did, didn't it? Very controversial. I mean, we're Brits, so we're like, fair enough.
Yeah.
It's racing. If you're French right now, that stings.
Yeah, right.
Sorry.
Especially after, obviously, Pid got punctured, and there was like, anyone want to change my wheel? Anyone knocking around? Fancy go?
It was all happening. It was great action. If you haven't watched it yet, head over to Discovery Plus or Max, where you can watch it there.
Yeah.
It was absolutely fantastic. But it was a weird one because the track was kind of crappy.
Mixed.
The tracks have been so good, but the men's made up for it, which is cool. One thing I would say for the track, it is staying there. So it's in Elancourt Park.
That's it.
In the suburbs of Paris.
Yep.
And that is there as part of the legacy system of the Olympics.
Yes, it's like something cool to leave behind.
I mean, can they really make it that hard? I guess. I don't know.
Well, in the past on other tracks, they'll have features in the race.
Yeah.
Which they then just take out. So yeah, you can.
You can, and I have just put a note here. Is that just not a good argument that cross country's still not the right thing for mountain biking to be in the Olympics? Let's boot it out. Let's put downhill in the right location. It would be the most popular event in the Olympics on viewing figures. I'm sure of it.
Wow.
I think it would be.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't want downhill in there.
Am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong. I don't mind.
Often I do, Martyn.
And they do, and all
they
the
let
time.
us know for
all
sure.
the time.
Jenny Risved's.
I love this.
Back to the women's.
So in the women's race, Hayley Batten gets a front puncture, I think, or might have been a rear puncture. Basically, Jenny Risved's realises they're getting to the tech zone, but Hayley Batten hasn't got there yet. So she tells her team she's coming in, she needs a wheel change, get ready. Basically helps out one of her competitors.
And this is for a medal as well.
Proper sportsmanship. Then, irony, Hayley Batten's actually a person that she loses the silver to at the end of the race.
Yes.
But I think it was just fantastic sportsmanship from Jenny Risved's. I mean, I love that, and I think it's great. I think it's important. We should all think like that. It's just a race, and let's make it a fair one. And
do you want me to flip side that?
Go on.
Puck Peterson then actually appealed afterwards.
Yeah.
That I believe it was Batten attacked going through the pit lane.
Yeah.
For an unfair advantage. Now, Puck Peterson in fourth place was very strong in second.
Yeah, so she wanted to get her booted out and move up to third.
To get her rock. Yeah.
Not so sportswomanish.
No, but racing like these, they're so competitive.
And conspiracy theory I've just thought of. What if Jenny Risved's knew that she needed Hayley Batten with her to help her jump the gap across? It wasn't sportsmanship, it was racing savvy, not so nice. Who knows? Let us know in the comments down below. I tell you what, have you heard about, well, you have, because I've heard you mention it at the top of the show, Shimano putting $10 million into trail advocacy.
This is their Trailborn fund, right?
The Trailborn fund.
I like that.
Yeah, it's really great. It's really great. It's all about helping create trails and create access to trails.
Yeah.
It's a global fund, so you can apply if you're building trails or maintaining trails to get a little bit of cash.
That's cool, isn't it?
And I strongly recommend that the Olympics guys get involved.
We could do
a little letter together. We have absolutely no idea to build a track. We would love a proper designer to come along and tell us how to do it. Press send.
Mr. Shimano, do you have a spare 9.9 million?
I wonder how they'd have to spend it. Are we being fair about that track? Are we being harsh? We're saying it all with tongue-in-cheek, but I do think it was a slightly boring track. Do you think it was boring?
Yeah.
I've also got some other funny questions for you, and this is for getting involved in the comments down below.
Go on.
So, should the Olympics be the best track in the world? Because it's supposed to be the absolute pinnacle of sports.
Yep.
So should the Olympics be the best track?
Or was this the most boring Olympics track, mountain bike race, call it what you will, ever?
Maybe.
Ever.
Maybe. 2012 wasn't
great.
Great, yeah. That move on Koretsky that Pidcock did. Pidders, love it. But did you guys love it out there? If you're British, I'm sure you're going to say yes. If you're global, tell us, honestly. Was that a fair move?
I think Robin's racing, man.
Yeah, and I tell you what, another question, right? were you watching the Olympics? Because if you weren't, what we just said was really boring, and I want to know, why weren't you watching the mountain biking at the Olympics?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Right, over to Tom with the news.
What's up, everyone? I have been on holiday, I promise. I just don't tan at all. A lot's happened since I last saw you. LeBron James has partnered with Canyon as an ambassador. He's always said cycling has been huge for him, so fitness and training, so he's on board to promote those benefits to his fans. Keeping things Canyon for a sec, there's also a new signature Fabio Widmer edition Canyon Torque. That Olin suspension and Pirelli tyres being joined by a couple of flashes of yellow on the frame as well, and some cool looking jagged paintwork. On the new product front, we've got new Dunes edition shoes from Crank Brothers. Both the mallet and stamp shoes are available in these new sandy colours with a bit of nice aqua blue on there too. YT have released the new Dirt Love. The aluminium frame is slopestyle ready, ridden at the highest level already by athletes like Eric Fedko. 2 builds available. Check out the Core 1 and Core 2 Dirt Loves on the YT websites. New Nolly Delirium 2. This is the 5th generation of the gravity-focused bike, 190mm of rear-wheel travel, up to 200mm fork. It's dropper compatible in case you're into that. Mixed wheels, straight top tube, and enduro bearings throughout the frame. $3,199 for a frame and shock. Before we get stuck into the bulk of the racing, huge shout out to Flo Espinero, who's been dominant in the EDRE this year, securing that title for the Orbea Factory Racing team already with a round in hand. Shout outs to athletes who have picked up injuries too. Crankworx Joyride was havoc for injuries, with Emil Johansson breaking a shoulder in practice, and Paul Kadurk and Harriet Burbage-Smith breaking bones too. Really nasty crash for Luana Compt in that rock garden at the Olympics, hopefully a speedy recovery from concussion for her. As the guys have been chatting about, spoilers if you've not seen it yet, Pauline Ferrand-Pavot stormed away to gold medal. She's always wanted on home soil, well deserved. Baton secured silver and Risved's bronze after lots of battling between them. A rollercoaster in the men's, Pidcock, Koretsky and Hadley racing each other. Pidcock a front flat on lap 2, making up a 47-second deficit. Half a lap to go, it looked like Koretsky would take it, tearing chunks out of Pidcock on 2 climbs, but an incredible move from Pidcock, sprinting to the inside line, secured him the top spot, joining Julian Absalon in the history books as the only riders to achieve 2 Olympic golds on the trot. Crankworx in Whistler has been going on. Jill Kintner and Ryan Gilchrist won the RDH, Jenna Hastings and Jacob Jewett the Canadian Open, Eris van Leuven and Hayden Zablotny the whip-off, Martha Gill and Jackson Frew the dual slalom, Georgia Russell and Richie Rude in a personal favourite of mine, the Garbo DH, Caroline Buchanan and David Lieb take victory in the speed and style, Alma Wigberg and David Godziek the slope style at Red Bull Joyride, Geordie Scott and Ryan Gilchrist in the pump track, and Ella Connolly and Jessie Melamed in what looked like such a sick course for the Enduro. Martha Gill and Ryan Gilchrist were crowned Queen and King of Crankworx, with David Godziek and Shailene Renault taking the FMB overall titles for the year. Okay, that's all for me this week. Let's get back to the guys in the shed.
Shop shout out! Look at this guy with his chest out. Grr.
Yeah, what's this one called? I like this.
This is the Horizon t-shirt, Mark. You got it in black, because that is black in colour. Coffee. I don't like coffee. Well, I like this t-shirt.
I love coffee. Our particular favourites this week, I'd say. We flip-flop.
It's a flavour of the day.
I do like the
Coffee,
Forest Mountain. It's just a great chance for us to say, hey, we've got a GMBN shop, and if you haven't had a look at it, you should. It's linked in the description down below. We would love your support, and we definitely appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
So it's a great thing.
Right, competition time. It's time to announce the winners of our Works competition.
Yes, and before we announce the winners, remember that the GMBN 15 code on the Works website is still there for a little while.
And what's that code, Mark?
It's GMBN 15.
And if you use GMBN 15, what happens?
Guess what? You get 15% off.
By using GMBN 15?
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Right, let's announce the winners of the Works Hydro Shots.
Okay, they're up on screen now, but they are Ian Cowan,
Peter Dahl-Collins,
Joe White,
Ollie Waters,
Adam Mudd,
Sharon Paisley,
Asti Cameron,
Patrick Dargan,
Jerry Cutting,
Robert Mirren.
Congratulations to you all.
Well done. Well done.
Well done
for getting involved.
Yes, right.
Right, we've got a hack and a bodge coming.
Hacks and Bodges.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
That's good, yeah. Yeah, nice. We've got another stick lever. I'm sure we might have had this one, very similar one to this, from Chartley Cycles.
Right.
Basically, he reckons he was riding some North Shore, broke his lever. He made this lever. You can see he's cut in a little. He's cutting a little notch for his finger and everything. He reckons he rode the rest of the day with that.
Get on.
I mean, all the design that goes in the levers is that easy.
And he's just zip tied a stick on, cut a groove in it for his finger to sit in, and it's like, yeah.
That's a good hack.
I've just done what Shimano has spent years doing.
I like it a lot. We're not going to get a better hack than that this week.
Oh, we're going straight in with that?
Yeah, I'm giving that the win.
Oh, wow, okay.
I'm giving that the win.
All right, what are they winning?
It is a GMBN race top to Charlie Cycles. Well done, congratulations. If you would like to win a GMBN race top, head into the description down below, find the uploader, give us your best hack or bodge.
We want to see them all, people.
Was that a hack or a bodge?
It's a bodge, isn't it?
It was a bodge.
That's a bodge.
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was a clever hack. See, that's the thing, innit? You don't really know.
You're a clever hack.
Charlie Cycles, congratulations. Thanks for sending it in. Right, time for Ask GMBN. Can I make a small detour?
Go on.
Off of Ask GMBN. I want your questions. Hashtag Ask GMBN in the comments down below.
Please.
Ask away and we will answer the questions. But last week we had so many comments about downhill and cross country and which should be in the Olympics.
Yeah.
And with what we've just talked about, I thought it was kind of pertinent. So I just wanted to say a couple of those. Is that all right?
Go on.
Right, so first one, Jeff MTB, he said downhill should definitely be in the Olympics. We could do without some of the other indoor bike events.
Oh,
cutting.
Oh, controversial as well.
No love for the cyclists. No. It's all about
BMX
mountain bikers. Yeah, no, not BMX.
It's an indoor.
Crazy, Jeff.
It's an indoor.
No, not the BMX. Get rid of one of the other ones. One of them ones with around the loopy circle.
Where they follow the motorbike.
Yeah, no, I like that one. Because they're like, I like that one. It's good.
I imagine that's me inside your head.
I like one of the other loopy ones. There's so many of them.
There are.
Right, next up.
Okay, that was a statement.
Nick PQ6 says, yes, downhill should be in, and no, he does not feel represented by cross country.
Oh.
No.
He's like, I don't wear Lycra. I don't have small amount of travel.
No. I got to be honest, it doesn't necessarily represent what we all go and do, does it? But, it's a good
mountain
angle.
biking as a whole.
So, and what we got last?
David Pythagoras. David Pythagoras. Why isn't Formula One in the Olympics? Same reason.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Downhill isn't in there because... Is that the same reason?
Well, Formula One costs a bajillion, squillion, quadrillion pounds to do, so...
Yeah, I guess I can see what you're saying.
It literally probably costs...
I genuinely don't think it is the same reason.
I would bet that does a Formula One cost the same as the Olympics or something?
It's not a cost thing, though, is it? It is having a Formula One racetrack at wherever you want to go.
And it's very technologically biased, isn't it? So you can't, just go, does everyone have the same car?
Yeah. Azerbaijan, where's your Formula One team? It's not the same reason, dude. We've got you there. But good try.
Yeah.
Good try. The comments, I love reading them. I really want you to get involved this week with all that stuff about the Olympics and the racing, what you thought about it. And definitely get your Ask GMBN questions in as well. Right, let's get into the caption contest.
This is pretty special.
I love this. Now, can I tell you about this photo, right? Because this is Steve Jones. This is with him, with Pogacar's actual helmet.
Yeah.
That is actually the helmet that he won the Olympics on. The Olympics? The Tour de France. The Tour de France.
Oh.
He won the Tour de France.
Do
you know what? Pogacar's girlfriend didn't get picked for the team.
Yeah, so in protest.
So he just didn't go.
He was like, nah, I'm all right then.
It's like, nah, we're going on holiday. We've got free time. Madness. Yeah, that is actually him wearing Pogacar's. How'd you say his first name? Tadej Pogacar. Yeah. So that's Steve Jones, the most unlikely time trialist I've ever seen.
A man 4 times the size of Pogacar.
Steve has got hands like they're like whole crocodiles. He may as well have a crocodile on each arm. Massive. Right, first one from Initial Photography says Steve's audition for the Yellow Power Ranger doesn't go too well when they realise he still can't see his face. When you can still see his face.
It's a good one.
It's good. It's better when I read it out.
Yeah, no, silky smooth there, bud. Dabby WA, the budget cuts on Thunderbirds are really starting to show. That's quite good.
We've got Tim Fish, who says, sadly, everyone else at the fancy dress party was far too young to know who Tweaky from Buck Rogers was.
I don't know who that is.
I'm old enough. Anyone out there, high five, who remembers Tweaky from Buck Rogers. I'll just say, itty bitty 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 bitty. And then everyone who knows who it was will know what that was all about. Itty bitty bitty. I'm going to just do Tweaky for the rest of the show.
I don't know what you're on about. Bennett Pope, when Martyn tells you to wear your trials helmet. That's a poke at you and him. I like it. I think we got a winner right there. What does the winner win?
Well, that guy doesn't win.
Oh.
What's that person's name?
Biddy. What even is that?
That's what.
What is it?
The winner this week is Tim Fish for the Buck Rogers reference.
Because no one knows what it is.
All the rest of you can just go to hell.
What does he win though?
He wins himself a stunt mug.
Damn!
That was the most perfect stunt mug in the whole world ever.
That was the best one.
If you want to win yourself a stunt mug like this one, that nearly smashed me in the teeth.
Yeah, but I saved you.
Give us a caption for this photo.
Cool. Wow.
Like it. Give us your caption in the comments down below. You could be winning yourself this very stunt
I thought you were
mug.
going to throw it again.
Or one that's not quite so broken. Yes, right, let's keep going with the show. Bit of coming up this week.
Go on then.
Coming up on the channel this week, got some banger videos.
Yes.
First one I want to talk about from Neil. How high is too high?
This high.
Nearly that high. Riser bar test. Very funny. He's trying to ride like Dakota Norton. Let's see how he gets on. I'm not sure he liked it.
No, 10 of the very best kids' bikes. Kids are spoiled these days.
Yeah, I
many good things.
deep dived into what you can get out there on terms of a kid's mountain bike, and tell you what, they have got some nice bikes these days. Spoiled.
Shredding.
Yes, can you shred a road bike? With Blake Sampson. I know you can shred a road bike because I've done it once or twice.
When?
But can Blake? Can Blake?
Stay tuned to find out.
Good videos. Right, we've just got time to jump into a bike vault. Let's do it. Here we are then, Ryden Men starting us off with his Retro Racer Nakamura from 1998.
Yeah, but it's, he's converted it to one by and whatnot. It's nice.
It is nice.
It's a solid start.
Yeah.
Next up, Fozzie Rob. We have this old Specialized stump jumper, I believe.
Nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
I mean, that colourway is of its time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, blimey.
1x9, he's converted it. Took the disc brakes off his old Trek, high roller 2s. Yeah, some old peaty grips on there, lizard skin peaty grips.
Lovely.
PEs, obviously.
Yeah, we've got a Scotty G47 next.
Hang on.
Oh, yeah, you're right. What should we give that?
Well, I think for
it's
that
nice.
meanness. Okay.
I think it's nice. Well, you talked about it so much now. I feel like we.
Well, now I'm in no man's land. Go on, just one.
Only just though.
Correct.
Right, next up we have got a Vitus from Scotty G.
Yeah, this is pretty cool actually. I like this picture with the sort of sunset.
It's a good shot.
Where's Staley Bridge?
It is.
Walkerwood Reservoir and Staley Bridge. Where's that?
Is it a nice or a super nice, Rich? What are you going to give it? Nice
wow.
sunset.
It's got the cool Petey's Fidlock bottle on there, big drop purple pedals. I do like, but they're not. The other bit should be like
3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Let's say.
It's really nice.
Oh, we gave that weird Specialized. Next up, Morbid BMX. He's got a Trek.
Remedy 8.
Yeah.
Doing the Pentlands 5 peaks loop outside Edinburgh. I like that. That's super nice.
It's Sasquatch Forever has got a transition spur on a very hot day down by the river. Super nice. Super nice.
Okay, so super nice.
I like that straight line through the top tube down through the seat stays.
Tom O.D. says, greetings GMBN team from Croatia. This is a 23 Trek Roscoe 7. Colour-coded grips and pedals there. We've got a nice dropper. Nice. What are we saying?
Nice.
It's not, all right, it's nice.
Nice.
Okay, nice, yeah. William Duncan.
William Duncan
is on a Kirk Revolution
Yes,
LX.
let me show you it, Rich. It's very cool, actually. Look at it. I've got a picture of it here.
Oh, my
lordy
lord. What
Proper old school. Proper old school. Magnesium frame. Definitely super nice. Look at it. It's got a Brooks saddle on it.
What?
Dude, that's a classic bike. You could sell that for about 50 gazillion.
Sorry, I just would like to clarify how much you could sell that for.
Gazillion.
Yeah, I thought it was that much.
50 of them. Yeah.
I think it's a great looking bike.
If you've got a bike, and I tell you what, I do like that retro old one. It would have been a Doors, wouldn't it? Doors Revolution.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If you want to send in your retro bikes, then please do. But if you just got any normal, I say normal, standard 10 grand banger in your garage, then send it into the Bike Vault too, and we'll have a look. We might ring the bell. Who knows? Uploaders where you get involved. Dude, that's all we've got time for. We've raced through it. Well done. Well, congratulations. Congratulations on finishing the show.
Yeah, we got through it.
Barely. Yeah, let us know in the comments what you think about all that stuff, and we will see you next week.